Hello, this is James Smith at GANanalysis.net. Today we're looking at Bitcoin. I've shown this chart before from the low in November of 2022 to the high in August of 2025 is 144 weeks low to high. Now, it did sell off and then it popped to new highs, and you might think, well, okay, it didn't work. Or if a market is really strong, then you don't always get the kind of correction you think you should get. 144-week cycle is a big cycle. Normally it should provide a big correction. But, maybe it's a strong market, so we can't necessarily know with absolute certainty that, hey, this is going to work. Maybe you thought it was, maybe you got short down here, or maybe you sold out your Bitcoin only to see it come right back up and you're disappointed. And now you're getting long, and as it pops to new highs, because it's a breakout, everyone tells you to buy the breakout. And guess what? Today it's starting to come off again. It says 124, but actually we're down at 121. So it's starting to sell off. It's back below this former high. And you're going, hey, what's going on here? I thought we had a breakout. Well, keep in mind, fast moves down often come after a false breakout because you're long and wrong, and now you're panicking, so everyone's selling because they realize, oh my God, I got it wrong again. So that's the trap that you get forced into by your emotions. Where I would look at it and say, hey, 144 weeks low to high, even though you pop to new highs, I would still give it some breathing room and say, hey, maybe this is kind of like a double top. It's a little bit higher, but not radically higher. And I was suspicious that maybe it was going to be a fast move down after a false breakout. So today's sell-off, this chart doesn't show it, but today's sell-off, Bitcoin is down at 121,000 and change. So, and if you get follow through selling in the next few days, let's say you take out this low here, back at 107,000 and change, well, you're going to see total panic, because at that point, everybody is going to realize that, hey, they just bought it up here somewhere, and now it's headed down here somewhere. You got a 1/3 retracement, 84,000 and change. You got a 38.2% Fibonacci retracement at 83 and change. And then down here, 70,921 is a 50% retracement of swing. Could it really sell off that far? Anything's possible. Remember, this is Bitcoin, crypto land. Big moves up, big moves down. Get used to volatility. That's what happens. Now, if you want further evidence that this might be the start of a big move down, look at the Ponzi scheme. This is MSTR is strategy. It's called strategy now. It used to be called MicroStrategy. I think it's kind of a Ponzi scheme. There's some notable shorts out there who've gone short, and Michael Saylor is saying, no, we've got this great financial technique. I don't believe it for a second, but I did come into this with an open mind. I wanted to see what would happen in sync with the cycles. We have a very important cycle here, 72 trading days. We anchor from this high of November 21st, and then you get a low, and this one, you could have argued with it, hey, maybe it's going to accelerate higher, but after today's price action, it's starting a big move down. If you take out this support here, let's say it's around 292. If you take out 292, this thing's going to crater. So at this point, you could still argue that, this is noise. It's going to pop right back up again. But if you take out 292, this September 25th low, hey, this thing's going down. So I'm just warning you in advance of what to look for. I don't have a crystal ball. I can be wrong half the time. But I did notice, even if you anchor here and you go backward 72 trading days, you're still catching lows. You're still catching it all the way back here. It's still working. So that's a sign of a cycle that you should follow, because, hey, There's always cycles that work and then until they don't work. But hey, this one seems to be working pretty well. So, 216 trading days down from high and 144 trading days up from low. I like it. I really think this is pretty cool. And if we get some follow through selling in the next few days, people are going to start sweating bullets because they just bought into this, what I would call a Ponzi scheme. You value, at one point it was valued at twice the worth of the Bitcoin that is held by this company. I don't understand the logic of why you wouldn't just go out and buy Bitcoin directly. If you want to buy Bitcoin, buy Bitcoin. You don't have to buy Strategy to own Bitcoin. It just seems stupid to me. But, it's still, the company is still valued at more than the actual holdings of the Bitcoin that they purchased. Doesn't make sense to me. But, Michael Saylor has been rabidly telling everyone that he's got this great financial scheme. I don't buy it for a minute, and I think the market is starting to doubt it too, because look at this. Jim Chanos shorted it. He's arguing with Jim Chanos. But hey, right now, Jim Chanos is looking pretty good, because you look at this, hey, this is going down in sync with the Gann cycle. Now, I don't trust Michael Saylor. I don't trust Jim Chanos. I trust the Gann cycles. It's not based on emotion. It's based on mathematics. It's not my view of Jim Chanos that matters or Michael Saylor. What matters is what the actual cycle is telling you. And in this case, I had to watch it. Yesterday I could have, been open-minded about it. But after today, I'm pretty skeptical. I'm thinking this is starting down. So the reason I look at MSTR is because I really want to know what's going to happen with Bitcoin. And if Bitcoin is selling off today, remember this is end of day. This is not showing you the current price action. We're down here somewhere. If it continues down and it takes out this prior swing low, hey, I think we're going down here, or maybe down here. Maybe even down here. I just think you have to keep an open mind, and I like the fact that, to me, this is a Ponzi, and once it comes unglued, it's just going to accelerate. People are going to panic. They're going to see that, hey, this is not working. I want out of this stock. And not only that, it'll reflect badly on Bitcoin. The more Bitcoin sells off, the more Strategy will sell off. The more Strategy sells off, the more Bitcoin will sell off. They're hand in glove. People probably own both of them, and they're going to get hosed on both of them. So this is kind of nice to see. I'm not against Bitcoin. I don't have a problem with Bitcoin. I just don't believe you should be buying it after a 144-week cycle came due, calling a top. I don't care that you got new highs. I think that is a false breakout, and we're starting a big move down. I could be wrong. If you pop to new highs in the next few days, hey, forget about it. The 144-week cycle didn't work. Nobody's going to be right all the time, and that includes Gann. With the 144-week cycle, you don't always get it right. Maybe you just get a small dip, and then you keep rocketing higher. That could happen. But honestly, the reason I do Gann, the reason I like Gann is because it's not my opinion, it's not your opinion, it's baked in the cake. It's the numbers. It's mathematics, 144 weeks low to high, 144 trading days low to high, 144 months low to high. That's what we're looking for. We're looking at the numbers, and we're saying these numbers have power. Gann took it from the Bible. 12 tribes of Israel, 12 apostles, etc. You're looking at 12 times 12, 144. I don't know why it works. I just know it works. It's in there, and the 144 is one of the most powerful Gann cycles you can look at. Anytime that comes due, if you rally strongly into it, hey, I'm not touching it with a 10-foot pole. I don't care. I don't care about what talking head is saying, oh, you got to buy Bitcoin. I don't trust any of them. So I trust the Gann chart, and I think you should too. So check it out. If you register to the website, you get a couple of free reports. Send me email questions to jamessmith@gannanalysis.net. And if you want these videos to continue, give us a like, feed the channel, supports the channel, it keeps us going. Thanks a lot for your help.